Hey there guys, this is Teacher Troy and I'm excited that you've chosen to join me for another craft this week. So we're going to jump right into this here today. We're going to be making a Pentecost flame to go along with our story today. So here's what you're going to need. Got a couple pieces of construction paper, right? Just a generic brown for a headband, and then some red, orange, and yellow paper for our flame. Some scissors, because we're going to be cutting this out. And then some glue and a stapler today. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we need to make a flame here. So I'm going to choose to do red as the background of the flame here. We're going to kind of have a layering effect going on. And so I'm just gonna, if you want to draw out your flame ahead of time, you can go for it. I'm just going to freehand it today and see what happens. So we're just going to cut kind of a flame shape. Think of like a candle or something like that. The Bible kind of calls them tongues of flame. I'm not sure what sort of tongues they were referring to there. So I've got sort of a flame right there. Then we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get some layering here to make this look really top-notch and professional here today. So I'm going to take this and kind of put it on to size it here. I'm just going to cut out an orange flame that's a little bit smaller than that to get us that tongue of flame effect. And so, let's see. I've got another flame here. And so what I'm going to do is get them in the right orientation. And then I'm going to, just slap it on right there. Yeah, that's starting to look like a tongue of flame, right? So I'm going to take that glue stick we have and make sure that orange piece is glued right on there. If you want to use tape or the stapler or whatever you have on hand, that's fine. That'll work. We're just trying to get a Pentecost flame here today that isn't going to burn us, all right? We'd be wanting to use a real flame for this craft. So finally for yellow, we're going to make it a little bit smaller than the orange one to get that really good flame look. We really want to look like we belong in the Pentecost here today. So now we've got the little yellow piece, and we're going to stick that right on top of the orange one. We're going to glue it down. And then we're going to smush it down, make sure it's all stuck together there. See, that's starting to look like a bit of a tongue of flame there, right? And now, unless you want to just tape this directly to your forehead, we're gonna make a headband to go around. Now, if you were watching a couple weeks ago when we made some donkey ears, you know that sizing the headband is a very important part of this process, and it kind of depends on the size of your head, and that I am at least a 2-strip of paper headband sort of fellow. That's how my head was shaped. So once we've got a band, then you're gonna wrap it around your head to kind of get it sized just right. And then once you know how wide that thing needs to be, go ahead and staple it there. Now you've got yourself starting to look like a professional grade headband, right? And then what we're gonna do is, we've got our flame and our headband, we're just going to attach them, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and staple these on really quickly. You can maybe glue it if you don't want those staples ruining the look there. And then you guys, just like those disciples in the upper room, they heard that whooshing wind, and then that flame from the Holy Spirit came down and rested on them, right? We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to have that flame come down and rest right on us. Check it out. How about that? All right. So what we've got here is our craft here today. And what I want you to do, once you've got this on, once you've got your tongue of flame here, I want you to take a picture of this, right? I want to see what sort of crafts you guys have made this week. go ahead and take a picture of this and post it so that we can check out and we can admire that beautiful craft that you made here today. So right now, before we go, I want to have a closing prayer. Dear Jesus, I want to thank you so much for this Sabbath day, and I want to thank you for that story that we hear about how your Holy Spirit came down onto the disciples, and that incredible visual representation, right? That flame on their heads that marked them as these are my disciples, these are my people, right? We want to be your disciples. We want to be your people. We want to be your followers, and we want to have that special gift of the Holy Spirit as well, Lord. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for your blessings. We love you, Lord. Amen. All right. I'll see you guys next week.